I'm James Johnson from JamesJohnsonSalesCars.com, and today I'm going to talk about leasing, why it's so popular, why so many people today are leasing compared to traditional financing. And think about it, leasing is really just an alternative form of financing. And for a lot of people, it's the best way to finance an automobile. Why? Number one, you only pay for what you use. And what that really means is with less money down, you can actually drive more car for less money per month. So let's take a look at this car. If we were to finance, say, a $40,000 car, 4 and 4 is 8, so about a $400, that's going to be about an $800 a month payment. However, it's going to be significantly less if we're leasing, because we're only going to commit to a certain portion of the car. Let's say we go with a 3-year or 36-month lease. What we're saying is, I'll drive the car for 3 years, 36 months, and at the end of the term, I'll let you know what I want to do. Am I going to keep it? Maybe I want to trade it in. I might even want to sell it to somebody else. There's even the option to drop it off, which probably isn't advisable. Because what happens is, when you lease this car, and you say, I'm going to drive it for 3 years, one, you're only paying for 3 years worth of use. For that reason, you're not going to collect all of the taxes up front. $40,000 automobile, 1632, $3,200 is not collected up front in a down payment or factored into the financing, so we have lower payments because we're not sending to the state right up front all the sales tax, which would be $3,200 in our example of a $40,000 automobile. Also, the future value is guaranteed. They call it residual. So what happens is, at the end of 3 years, they're going to guarantee in writing the value of this vehicle. So at the end, if you want to keep it, it's guaranteed. You know exactly what it costs. You can go ahead and continue to make payments. You can restructure it and pay it off. When you pay it off, you get a title. You're the owner. The value determined today for 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years down the road is based on wholesale. Because if you elect to drop off the vehicle, if you drop it off, if you walk away from it, they're going to send this car to the auction. They're going to get a wholesale value for it. What this means is you're first in line. If you want to keep the car, it's wholesale price to you, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 less than if you bought it on a used car lot. If you want to sell the vehicle, let's say it's a $20,000 payoff, you can pay the vehicle off $20,000, sell it to someone else for $22,000, $23,000, and the difference you keep in your pocket. So with leasing, we only pay for what we use. We don't have to pay the taxes up front. We have some options after 3 years: sell the car, keep the car, drop the car off, or use it as a trade-in. And we're normally in a pretty good position. If by chance the market drops on this vehicle, let's say we go to war with Japan, and nobody wants a Lexus, highly unlikely, not going to happen. But if something crazy happened and the value of this car dropped down, instead of being the anticipated $20,000, let's say it was $10,000, $5,000. The year I started in this business, it happened with Audi, the Audi 5000, which everybody thought was going to be a $20,000 car, ended up being a $5,000 or $6,000 car because of unintended acceleration. So we don't know. The bank takes all the risk. They guarantee you the future value. If it's too low, that's the bank's problem. If it's high enough for trade-in or resale, then that's your benefit. So that's the benefits to leasing. Pay for what you use. Why pay for a whole car if you're not going to use a whole car? Why send all that tax money to the state up front? They're not even in the car business. Drive more car for less money and a lower monthly payment. If you have any more questions, you can always give me a call, 702-354-1166, or chat with me directly from JamesJohnsonSalesCars.com.